Hello, Goddess Garden Book Chat. Thank you for joining me and welcome to the garden. This is a book review and it's going to be a little different today. I'm your host, 11 Goddess. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for always supporting the work that I'm putting in and the amount of books that I'm reading. And today, instead of doing the typical deep dive and then my personal perspective, I want to share my thoughts on this particular book, which is in my top three in my Kindle library. So I'm going to take you on a little journey, uh, not at all like what I've done before in other book reviews, but when I get to the end of this, I think it's going to make sense. At least it does to me in my head. So let's start with the fact that I, again, have this ridiculously large library of books. I've been with Audible Library since 2008, according to the website. I think I've stopped and started and gone back a little further, but who knows? It says 2008. I trust it. Sounds fairly accurate. And as we speak now, I'm well over 500 books, which is why we have so much to talk about. But years ago, and I don't know how many Audible members are listening, remember when Audible originals were free books you could download and keep? They were like giveaways. That's how I discovered this book. I've said this before on my channel. I am such a sucker for book sales. And please don't give me free books because I'm the kind of person that will download the book and then listen to it later. And if it's garbage, if it's trash, like, what is this even doing in my library? Then I delete it. Didn't cost me anything. But if there are gems, I'm on the come up road. I am all over it. Now, because of this release back when Audible was doing this, there are four, maybe five books in my library right now that were great stories that I got for free. I probably booted out just as many. This one, however, is a standalone in and of itself. Now, this book is designed for relaxation and meditation. That's how it was presented. Audible has a whole genre of books like this. If that's what you're into, self improvement and getting centered and things like that. But that didn't draw me to the book. What drew me was it is narrated by Tony Shalhoub. If you don't know who Tony Shalhoub is, I'm sure you know who Monk is from the TV show Monk. When I got the book, it was really because I was just sort of interested in his narration style. Let's see what he's got going on in this book. And the title did not throw me, even though it's not my personal journey. I thought, let's see what's going on here. The book is entitled, hold on, let me switch because I'm doing this with Audible open so that I can get all this right because I want to read you the synopsis as well. This is called A Bedtime Story, and it's called A Short Account of the History of Mathematics, read by Tony Shalhoub. It is written by someone named W. Rouse Ball. Shout out to whoever took the time to painstakingly document what Tony Shalhoub narrates. Kudos to you. Now, this is the synopsis. So, going in, I didn't think anything of it. In a soft yet captivating voice, award winning actor Tony Shalhoub tells the tale of how the ancient Greeks formalized the study of mathematics based on Phoenician teachings. Okay, I'm with the shits. Let's do it. I'll give this a shot. I'll give this a moment of my time. I've listened to this book, and I am not joking, well over 2 dozen times since I got it. And I want to say that I got this book maybe 2012, 2013. Let me see when it was released. That's a great way to tell you how long I've had it. Um, its release date is 2020. I didn't realize it was that recent. So I must have gotten it when it was offered up. So as recently as 2020, Audible was allowing you to get these originals and download them. God, that seems like so long ago. It's 2025 now. And that was only 5 years ago. That's crazy. But anyway, I got this book, and it said it's a bedtime story. I am notorious for listening to books as I go drift off to sleep. I have these headphones. Where are they at? I'm going to show up to you. I have these headphones, right? Their purpose is solely so that I can go to sleep at night with a book in my ear, a story in my ear. I lost one of the earphones. 2 years ago. But since you sleep on one side and you only need an earphone in the other, didn't stop me. So I always power up with a good book. And what I've realized is because if the story is a thriller, it's intense, those aren't books I can't go to sleep to because I'll keep listening because they're exciting and I'll be up way into the early morning hours. Wasn't working out. So when I saw this book, I thought, well, this is perfect. It's a bedtime story. It's something to go to sleep to. I've gotten other bedtime stories and they're a little too comedic for you to get a restful night's or drift into a restful night's sleep. You have to stop the book. This one, you do not. The pacing, the delivery, and the absolute tonality of the way Tony Shalhoub narrates this book, you would think this is one of the great hidden gems in storytelling history. I kid you not, his narration is absolutely doing the heavy lifting. No doubt about it. I want to say it's kind of exciting for mathematics, except there is nothing more boring in the free world than this book. He literally breaks down equations with decimal points verbally and talks about these equations and how the Phoenicians used these algebraic calculations and blah, 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 blah. I've listened to it again easily more than 2 dozen times. I have never listened to this whole book. And when I say never, I will start it. I can start at the beginning. I can pick a point. I have never listened to this whole book. I even listened to it last night because one of the things that my husband and I laugh about is if you can't go to sleep, go get that Tony Shalhoub book. They'll knock anybody out because there is no way to stay conscious while listening to this. Now, no shade. If you're a mathematician, if numbers are your thing, this may be one of the most exciting books in your collection. I get it. For somebody who is not a mathematician, who does not live by numbers, who does not look at books like this as a journey that they can enjoy so that they can learn more about the history of mathematics. I was stunned at how this man has the ability, no matter what stress I'm going through, no matter how I'm feeling, to knock me out. Last night, I tried to listen to it. This is why I'm doing this review today. I was listening, and his passion for telling you this story in a very soft, very calm tone, as if to make sure that you understand that yes, we're going to talk about this, but this is very important. That kind of thing. And you relax and you say, okay, talk to me about the beginning of algebra, the Greeks and the Phoenicians and the algebraic calculations. All of this, take me back to the beginning. I don't think this book is an hour long. I don't know. I've never listened to it, which makes it one of the greatest books in my collection. It's logged more hours than any other book. I've reread it more than any other book, and it is a great listen. But I could not, if you asked me to explain to you past what I've just said, Greeks, Phoenicians, and algebraic calculations, cannot tell you what this book is about. I cannot tell you how, from beginning to end, this story flows. I don't have a clue. Yet I own it. I have it. I could cheat. I could certainly do some deep research, have an AI kick out the definition and break it down like I'm a third grader. Tell me what this book is talking about. But it, ultimately, you know what it's talking about. It's just introducing you to the root and how this came to be something that is a part of the everyday lives we live, and scientific calculations and mathematics relationship, blah, 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 blah. I don't know. Even when I start at different places, I never make it past 2 chapters. I think I've mastered 2 chapters. And even then, this book, though well spoken, no doubt well written, is so mind numbing that it is brilliant in its design. That's why it's here. That's why I gave it the rating that I gave it, and why both my husband and I will literally turn this book on and chill out. Kudos, Audible. Whoever got this kind of genres going and putting books like this together, because I've listened to others. I've listened to other celebrities try to do these relaxation conversations. Um, Didn't really assuage how I was relaxing. Didn't push the needle at all until Tony. So if you're looking for a great read that you're not going to listen to, you just want to put something on and maybe put your kids to sleep, put your spouse to sleep because all up in here with it, or just in case you feel like I got to get some rest and I'm just so much stuff is going on in my head. I'm so exhausted. If there's no other book in the world that you can listen to at night to put you to sleep, this book entitled, wait, let me get it right so you'll know. It is a short account of the history of mathematics. When I say a short account, I don't think this book is an hour long. I really don't. But it is masterfully done. I highly recommend it. And I promise you will get the best night's sleep in the world if you buy it and use it the way it's designed as a bedtime story. So that's why I wanted to bring you this review personally, and I wanted to share my thoughts about this book because, unlike any other, I can't tell you what the book is about. And I would be lying if I did a deep dive and did that search of the book about what this story is about and then tried to offer it to you and then come with a personal perspective. I don't know what this book is about. Maybe if you listen to it, you could tell me. That would be awesome. How about this? You listen to it, you find out the history of mathematics, and you give me a precursor conversation. I want to do a challenge to anybody who can tell me they listen to this upright consciously, daytime, nighttime, I don't care, from beginning to end, and then fall asleep. I need to see, I need to talk to you. I need to know who you are. I need to know how you did it because it didn't happen for me. But again, one of the greatest books in my collection. So I'm going to wrap up here. There's no intro to this, there's no perspective at the back end. I woke up this morning well rested and I thought, he did it again. How this guy did it again, I will never know. I bet in the pantheon of his career, of all the things he's done, 13 Ghosts, Monk, when he was on Frasier, and all the things in between, even when he did the Men in Black, he does not remember this boring book. Because I can't imagine him sitting there reading it and committing it to memory. It would be wild to me. Never heard him talk about it. But again, neither have any of the other celebrities that enjoy this relaxation series. And there are several celebrities that have taken us on this journey. There's even a book I got when this was a free option that was by Common. Very interesting book. I enjoy that book. I'm glad I was able to get it. I don't know that if it were sold to me, I would purchase it. And again, a lot of those originals are still free. I don't know if this book is. Again, it's mine. I'll never give it back. But check it out. It may still be a part of the Plus catalog originals that you can enjoy as part of your membership. I so want to hear from you if you've made it through this book. But I'm going to wrap up here and say thank you for enjoying this conversation and indulging me as I talk about a book that I have listened to many times and know absolutely nothing about. Tell me if you have books like that in your library. We have so many books to get to, but I felt like it was deserving of making sure that this was one of them. I'll see you at the next conversation we have about some great reads, and have a great week. When I post this, I'm hoping that it will sponsor some great conversations, host some great conversations, ignite some great conversations. But more than anything else, I hope it'll get you to come back and enjoy more. I'll see you next time.